Right, and we're seeing what is essentially a Springman min here.
Yo, what's up, players and gamers alike? It's an 8-ounce back on the commentary. Hanukkah and N-Man, man, they've been running the arms tournament today, both in bracket and literally running the bracket, as in making sure it advances. So shouts out to these guys.
Right, getting into the game here, we're seeing a really even game right now. N-Man just barely having the lead here. Keeping that Tri-Bolt on his Dragon Arm here. Trying to keep the permacharge for the stun. Counter rush, gonna land.
That's a ton of damage.
Hanukkah down to the red, about 8th health. And that's gonna be the round right there. Hanukkah switches setup. Trying to deal with this. N-Man switching his setup too after the success he had with that round. Switch.
Do you guys ever see what the other person is putting on their arms and then like counter pick? What's the deal? How do you balance that?
So usually it's the winner picks first if they're going to change their arms, and then loser changes.
Smart.
Seeing the Dragon Arm roaster here being thrown out quite a bit. N-Man trying to kind of keeping these arms in an X pattern, trying to read any movement.
Yeah.
And both of them standing there, charging up their arms. A little bit more advantageous for N-Man since he gets that dragon off of it.
Danny is letting these like little rocket ones rip, dude.
And these Hydras are definitely putting in a lot here. Something it looks like N-Man might want to switch arms to deal with in this coming round here.
Yeah, cut right through that grab.
Hanukkah takes that commandingly and sitting on the rush advantage.
Alright, looks like we might see a switch from N-Man.
Switch over to Clapback on the Dragon Arm. Interesting choice to put Clapback on Dragon. Though Clapback when charged, if an uncharged punch hits the charge Clapback, it will charge the punch right when it goes back at them. So maybe looking to charge up some of the uncharged Hydras.
His left arm looks like a little better defensively.
Yeah, when the Dragon Arm charges up, it actually increases the size of the arm considerably. And with the Clapback having that massive size, it'll definitely put up a good shield around his entire hurt box.
Yeah, Danny's having to weave his way around it. Definitely having to change the way he plays. Gets that same old Danny grab though.
Hanukkah looks like he's taking advantage of the fact that Clapback leaves you somewhat vulnerable when you put it out. If you just jump in the air, you're pretty much guaranteed to get a hit on the Clapback user. And against Twintel, Clapback might not be the right option here since Twintel does have a commanding air game. Yep, that's going to be the game.
What a great coverage of the sidestep.
I imagine we might see a switch off of the Clapback here, considering how disparaging that loss was for N-Man. So we might see an entirely different character considering how N-Man's been playing tonight.
Yeah, I mean, he switched around a little bit even in regular bracket.
Right, yep, switching that off for the Ram. Looks like they're going to Buster. This is definitely a good choice for N-Man. Gonna try to corner him in with that Tri-Bolt and go for some grabs. N-Man almost getting the Dragon Arm, but not quite. Hanukkah not letting him get that charged up, keeping that pressure on.
Yeah, Danny is honestly relentless with this little rocket. What are those rockets called?
That's the Hydra.
That's the Hydra.
Yeah,
these Hydras are actually relentless. He's throwing them out pretty much standard in his neutral.
Hydra's definitely a great poke tool, staying as 3 separate projectiles, even when charged. Leaving if one of or 2 of the hits get punched out, the other one can still sail over and hit you right in the face.
Danny's got him massively cornered right now.
It pops the rush, looking maybe to get a juggle. Not quite gonna land, and gonna get hit with the Tri-Bolt and grabbed.
Yeah, that was actually punished pretty hard, and he's out of the corner now.
And sitting on this rush here, looks like he's probably gonna save it for the next round, unless he uses it on instinct, thinking maybe he can take it.
Knockdown, let's see what happens.
N-Man is going to use that rush. Chip Hanukkah down a considerable amount of health, getting him into the red.
Brown.
Getting double tri-bolt
Wow.
confirmed. And he's going to
Oh
take
my
that round
God.
back. That
Says,
comeback.
alright, you want to play Tribal? You want to play Hydra? Well, I can play that game too.
Switching off the tri-bolt, I'm guessing he thinks Hanukkah is going to be more adapt to it now. Opting for the Ram to try to hit out that Phoenix, I imagine. That put in a lot of work.
They love the way Danny plays cornering his opponents.
Yeah, his pressure is unrelenting, and I guess I think he's going for a juggle there whenever he pops that rush, a knockdown, but it doesn't seem to be paying off. Ooh, nice shield parry.
Yeah.
Oh, getting the rush or the grab read from downtown, and then back in the red, sitting on a rush, just like we saw last time. So we could see a comeback. There's the confirm that I think Hanukkah was looking for.
Yeah, Danny was sitting in the corner.
Gosh, are we gonna see a repeat of the last round? Who knows? Hanukkah almost to his rush. Just a couple more dash charges, and he should be back on it.
Oh.
Ooh, hitting him right through the Hydra with the weight advantage here. And man playing very defensively in his shield, barely dodging that Phoenix there.
Was that the right move? Oh.
That's going to take the game. We're seeing a massive comeback here from N-Man, down both of these rounds in the red with Rush, and end up taking both rounds, making this 1-1. Impressive comebacks. All right, going to Spring Stadium, a favorite of Hanukkah's, one that really puts Twintel at an advantage with her ability to jump around and Actressor in charge. Seeing a return to the Tri-Bolt by N-Man on the Dragon Arm again, trying to repeat the success that he's had with it on Buster Beach.
God, if I look... What a character is that, Min Min?
Yes, that's...
If I look at Min Min's camera, it is like so terrifying having Twintel just float above you in the corner.
Amount of microspacing and just walking in general that you're required to have against Twintel, and especially one of these pressure-heavy sets, where if you get hit, you're getting knocked down, is insane. N-Man back down into the red, not quite on Rush. Nah, he's got it back now. Are we going to see a repeat of what happened in the previous 2 rounds here with these comebacks? They
Trying to hit somebody.
They might both save it for the next round. Gonna land a Tri-Bolt there, but not convert off of it. Keeping that pressure up with the Dragon Arm. Hanukkah is staying in shield quite a bit.
Yeah, I'm wondering when the grab's gonna come out. Pops it.
Right.
Can't believe that got through. Alright, I just want to win this.
Yeah.
Not gonna save this for next round any longer.
Alright, seeing a switch over to the Ram again by N-Man. Landing a stray Hydra hit. N-Man kickflipping in the corner trying to deflect, but it looks like Hanukkah's got the timing down on when to punish with the Hydra. N-Man looking for stray hits here on this Roaster. Gonna land a grab off of that. Not quite far enough on the grab to land a Yabuki, but we could see it still.
Yeah, I mean, he's backed up in the corner now.
Nice pressure, using the triple aspect of the Hydra to his advantage. Ooh, the rush deflect.
Already got rush. That was pretty quick.
Right, and then is sitting on his own rush though. So all in all, it is somewhat even game. Rushes can make all the difference here in this high-level play. Hanukkah weaving side to side here, just denying any attempts by this Roaster to hit.
Gotta read the movement.
N-Man going for a grab downtown, not gonna land. Hanukkah's gonna punish it with his own grab. N-Man deflecting these nades barely, and that's gonna take the game, putting it 2-1 in Hanukkah's favor.
Got some good tunes in the background, hyping me up. I don't know about you guys.
Seeing the same set here from both players, going over to DNA Lab like they've done so many times in their games tonight. I imagine if it's anything like last time, we won't see these pillars for very long here. Hanukkah switching over to a Phoenix, try to curve around these pillars, but with the Ram on Inman's side, who knows how it's going to go for that Phoenix. Inman's still keeping the Tri-Bolt here, but putting it on the other arm, an attempt to, I imagine, keep that Ram charged up to dodge around pillars.
Working him in the corner.
Inman,
See how this pillar affects the gameplay.
Inman back in the corner. Hanukkah just weaving around these pillars like they're not even there. They're barely factored in so far.
Got rush already. Can we see something cooking?
Inman's already down to an 8th health. No rush. Hanukkah's got a commanding lead, just 40 seconds in, and that's going to be that round.
Oh, Danny, Hanukkah's looking dominant right now.
Hanukkah isn't relenting, at all, keeping him in those corners. Alright, seeing a switch from Tri-Bolt over to the Roaster. Getting hit right off the bat with the nade, popping a rush. It's not going to... Oh, the stray hits from the curve will confirm. And that's something Hanukkah's known for, is dashing around those rushes really easily. But with the curve aspect of the Ram, you never know quite where that edge is. It will land. Right, both of them sort of trading some curved arms here. Hanukkah trying to back him against the wall. Planting, I think, intentionally whiffing these nades in order to create landmine explosions here on the back wall. Yeah, as Hanukkah's definitely learned from his games against Steelhead, how powerful planting landmines with those nades can be. Definitely a great pressure tool, especially when you have people pinned to the back. Looks like a stray Roaster hit there. Trying to go for a repeat. Both of them sitting on rush here.
That's a fairly even game even with
Hanukkah opting to play very shield heavy here, despite Endman having the health lead, and now it's about even on health. Hanukkah once again gets that advantage, pushing him against the wall with the nades. Both of them popping rushes. Endman will win that trade, but the round is not over quite yet.
Super close set going on right now. Will it go to time? Oh
nope,
my god.
That's going to be Endman taking that round.
Out of the air. These are some damn games. Alright, homies? Alright, players? Is this what you wanted to see when you tuned into the ARMS Twitch channel? Alright?
And to answer your question, Name, I believe this is Grand.
Definitely Grands.
Who went in on loser's side? Alright, so if we see Hanukkah win this, we will see a bracket reset. Hanukkah taking the early advantage here, but just by a little bit of health. Popping some stray hits here now and then. Keeping him in the corner, got that rush back up. Landing these nades hits like nobody's business. For a read there, getting the deflect, and that's going to be the game. Hitting that bracket reset.
You're perfect health too. So that's right, these players are both now in losers. Score has been reset to 0-0. We've got at least another 3 games, folks. Kids who want to go to school tomorrow, guess what? You're stuck here watching ARMS, players.
Thank you guys for
don't you leave the channel.
Hey, thank you for sticking around so late, almost
I mean that in
here.
the most positive way.
We've trapped you here. Your family's held hostage. If you look away from the screen, who knows what's going to happen? You'll miss this outrageous ARMS action.
You might just see Twin Tail keeping you in that corner.
You look to the side and you see a Twin Tail grab coming right at your face. That's the end of your career. Alright, we're seeing a switch over here to default Min on Endman's part, keeping that Ram on his Dragon arm, like most Min-Mins do. We're seeing Hanukkah here go for the Phoenix nade again. Trying to keep it pressured here in this corner. Gets another grab. Hanukkah just not letting up, just like that last set here.
I want a third. Someday, I want to see Danny go for the third mix-up too, where he just grabs again.
Let's see what he does here. Oh, keeping the movement pattern. Looks like he's going for a nade Phoenix type thing. Trying to maybe bait him into hitting something. Hanukkah sitting on the rush here, probably going to save it for the next round. Endman now getting his rush, but on the sliver of health, I can't imagine he's going to use it unless he really thinks he can pull this back.
Yo, so I have a question actually. Before you have your rush, and it's just like the white bars, does that transfer over to the next game?
Yes, all of your rush will transfer over.
Okay, no matter where it's at, it doesn't have to be full rush.
Right.
Interesting, folks. You gotta keep learning something new every day.
Yeah, definitely keeping your and conserving your rushes is a big part of like round strategy. You can't just play from one round to one round, segmenting them off. You have to think about the overall match.
Yeah. Dude, Danny, I don't see anyone dodging rushes like Danny does. He actually doesn't get hit by rush that much.
Quintel's ability to dodge around in the air is definitely way to her advantage when it comes to rushes that were unsafe. Even some of the safe rushes, it seems, that should hit, just Quintel just dodges around them. Looking here on Hanukkah's half of the screen, the flurry coming from is just insane.
With that, he's got perfect health, so.
Alright, that's going to be a grab.
God,
Knocking him right out of that. That's going to be a deflect. 2 takes that
rush.
game. Game 1 gonna go to Hanukkah.
Warpath.
Hanukkah's not giving up here. That unrelenting pressure is just nuts.
You guys want to see the future of ARMS? I'll give you the future of ARMS.
It's grabs. Grabs are the future.
The past, present, and future.
Game's looking more like a game of hoops with all these grabs that are coming from Hanukkah. Looking to dunk him here.
What do you think his changing costume symbolizes?
I think it symbolizes a change in his mindset. He's refreshed now.
Yeah, he's ready to keep on the warpath. Not done yet.
Alright, let's see.
4 more costumes to go through.
Alright, we got Endman here switching over to Tribal on his Dragon Arm. Ramen Bowl, like I've said before, is historically a stage that Endman will take Hanukkah go to when he feels like he's in a corner. This is definitely a stage that Hanukkah historically does not have fun on, though he has won here before. Gonna see that Tribal confirm into that grab, charge up that Dragon Arm, which is not something you want to have Min have, but he's gonna knock him down to knock him out of that Dragon Arm. Endman looking like he might be getting a little desperate here.
Yeah, I mean, Danny's reading these rolls, following his steps.
The advantage here on the weight class too is definitely helping Endman, or helping Hanukkah out. Though with the widespread of the girth on the Dragon Arm, we're gonna see a lot of these connecting, even against flipping out of Actrosauras. Endman's playing these quite aggressively. Gets the rush cancel off of that. Gonna double Tribal there. Didn't feel safe about getting the grab confirmed.
Yeah, this is some major damage.
Both of them at about almost even health.
Yeah, I mean, they keep getting poked.
Landing that grab there, down to even health now. However, Endman does have that rush, but I don't see him using it this round.
Oh my
As
god,
I say,
he wants it over.
he uses it and is going to take that first round.
It does set him up for a nice position going in.
Hanukkah will start with a rush advantage. At almost 3/4 rush there. Just a few more. Like I said, he's going to get that rush. Gets
pop
that
it.
grab.
You might get another one by the time the game's over, you know.
Right, I think he's going to use it more to keep deflecting on this. Oh wow, get a movement off read there. Only 215 juggling off only the Hydra, which is something triple arms that are vertical are known to do, is sort of drop rushes. We've seen from players who use arms like the Biffler and Hydra, like Poppy and Hanukkah here.
Got him shielding.
Endman definitely doing better at dodging these Hydras here. However,
The grabs
come out, and Endman tries to throw a grab of his own, gets deflected by Hanukkah's punch, and that's going to take that round. Endman switching over to double rams here. Looking like he's trying to set a more movement cutoff option. Both of them sitting on rush, so we may very well see 2 rushes from both players here.
Pops it.
I guess he was going for movement
Never
reading.
read, yeah. think you're gonna drop shield now. That puts Hanukkah in a pretty good position though.
Yeah, Hanukkah popping that
Pops on the
rush.
whip.
Hits with the edge, gets a 355. And goes for a grab, but Endman is tired of eating these for breakfast. He wants something meatier, gonna get something of his own off of this.
True, true, true.
Ooh, the Ram hitting right through that Hydra, slicing through it like some nice cheesecake. A spicy cheesecake.
I mean, we are at Ramen Bowl, so the food analogies, I'm with them.
Both players at almost even health. Endman with a little bit of a health disparity, but he's got his full rush now. And that's going to be...
Oh my god, you hate to see... Was it disrespect? Accident?
BM?
Folks, we won't know. The BM pause, I got you. Is this what you wanted to see out of ARMS tonight, folks? Some BM, some disrespectful.
Endman looking
Reminiscent of Genesis.
Man, maybe going to switch the setup or switch characters altogether over to... Maybe we're going to see Max Brass. Yes, we will see this Max Brass. It helped him out so much in those grands of defaults.
Yeah, Endman saying, alright, you're grabbing as much as you were before customs. I'm just going to not play customs too. What? Do you ever have that? Somebody just farms the customs tournament with their non-customs?
Yeah, it's freaking... like a lot of times, I like to enter customs with just my default Lola.
Yeah. See how far you can do.
Going for a Blorb here on Max Brass. Blorb Chilla, interesting setup. Looking maybe to sort of corral this movement here. And Blorb is great at hitting people out of the air.
Yeah, and we know that Danny just wants to sit in the air. Twintel specifically.
Alright, there we go. Landing at that bounce right of that Blorb, hitting him straight out of Actrasora.
Now this blue arm actually has the same effect as my least favorite item in Mario Kart.
The Blorb, the blind effect is even greater on the Blorb than it is on arms like the Biffler. That has that same blind element to it, coating not just sections of the screen, but the entirety almost of their screen in the blinding. We are already seeing Endman at Buff Boy Brass mode at like a 16th of his health with Hanukkah sitting on his rush and over half. But we have seen this before in set 1 of Grands here with Endman coming back. That's going to be that round with the rush deflect. Hanukkah looks like he's not going to take these Blorbs or this movement corralling setup.
Folks, I feel like I missed a game. Was it 1-1 or is it 2? No, it'll be
Chat, help us out here.
Yeah, chat helps out.
Interesting, good choice to go over to the Tri-Bolt here. Or Tri-Blast, excuse me. Tri-Blast is one of the best tools at keeping down Twintail's Actrasora because of that explosion on it and the wide range of the triple arm. Essentially a wider nade. And in the air, it can basically shut down a Twintail entirely. And we see this with Hanukkah opting to stay back a lot more.
Definitely hiding behind these pillars. There's no more pillars on the left side though, so what is he going to do?
Hanukkah popping that rush, getting an impressive 365, juggling between the Hydra and that Phoenix. Opting to stay behind this pillar a little bit and pop out just to use this Phoenix. Curving it both ways, dodging either way to mix up his movement options, something you definitely need to do when this Tri-Blast is just coming straight out of Max Brass's face.
Gets the grab. Is it enough damage though? He does have the lead.
Ooh, we're going to see a Buff
Another
Boy Brass
grab.
here.
Hell, heck yes.
We're a PG stream here on STL Arms.
I forgot, guys. I'm sorry.
We don't want to hurt those children's baby ears.
It's alright.
Hanukkah
okay.
gonna take that game, making it. I think that was a 3-0.
I'm just hyped for my boy Danny, right, folks? That's it.
That'll be Hanukkah taking the bracket reset 3-0.
LFG, Danny. LFG. Let me see your Danny's in the chat.